Hi, my name is Jeanette Towns. I'm employed by NAMI, Northern Illinois in Rockford, Illinois. I am a recovery support specialist as well as a mental health advocate.
Hi, my name is Warren Boykin, and I'm the Program and Outreach Coordinator for NAMI Northern Illinois. And it's my pleasure to welcome Jeanette here as a part of the Barbershop Project. Actually, it's called the Grassroots Barbershop Project, which is a partnership between NAMI Northern Illinois and the Mayor's Office on Domestic Violence Reduction. Jeanette is going to talk today about stress reduction during the holidays. Jeanette?
Thank you. As Warren said, today I would like to talk about how to reduce your stress during the holiday season. Increased stress and being overwhelmed by our circumstances can occur at any time throughout the year. But during the holiday season, this stress can become unbearable for some. There is no need to place unnecessary stress on yourself. With some tips and good planning, the last 2 months of the year can actually be an enjoyable time for you. Some people get depressed during this season and feel inadequate if their finances are tight. The pressure to give everyone an impressive gift and keep up appearances for those around you can cause some people heartache and feelings of inadequacy. Society and social media play a role on how we feel about ourselves and our status this time of the year. Sometimes our children and our spouses expect more out of us than we can reasonably be expected to spend to fulfill their gift wish list. But no one can put more pressure on us than we place on ourselves. Please be kind to yourself, give yourself grace, and remember that your bills still have to be paid come the beginning of January. In other words, either plan responsibly, financially speaking, by setting up a monthly savings account specifically for Christmas, or figure out how you want to save to avoid running up credit cards at the end of the year. So what I'm about to do at this point is read off some tips that you can use to reduce stress during the holidays. And after I read the tip, Warren and I will converse. Number one, delegate tasks. You don't need to do everything yourself. Please ask family and friends to help out with cooking, with cleaning, and other necessary tasks.
Well, it's kind of interesting that this is a part of the barbershop project. And we know that a lot of our people in the service industry um, only get maybe 1, 2 days off a week. And so they have a lot that they have to accomplish, plus they're business people, entrepreneurs. Just wondering if for people, especially those who are trying to manage as a single parent, um, what do you think about having a support network, delegating tasks?
I think that's a great idea because nobody should be expected to do it all. You know, everybody's got either siblings or parents or cousins or friends that can actually help carry the load. So I think that's a great idea to utilize your circle.
Yeah, I guess, and to quote Toy Story, if you don't have a moving buddy, get one, right?
There you go.
Mhm.
The tip number two, get enough sleep. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep a night to recharge your body and your mind.
Well, I knew of a doctor who called himself, um, well, he basically said that sleep was the most important thing in handling things like ADHD. I have ADHD.
Mhm.
Um, some people require more sleep than others, don't they?
Yes, yes. And some people can actually get along on 6 to 7 hours of sleep a night and not be sleep deprived.
Mhm.
It all depends on the person.
Right. So these are not concrete rules that you must get a certain number of
No,
hours. Right?
no, because it's not one size fits all. It's just a general guideline.
Right. You can stress yourself out trying to do these self-care tips, right?
Yes, if you feel like you have to be perfect and do everyone to the letter of the law, yes, it will stress you out.
Right. So these are not concrete, you have to do this way.
Make them work for you. And if something doesn't work for you, that's absolutely fine.
Mhm.
Okay, eat healthy and avoid overindulging in sugary sweets. Easier said than done.
Yeah, I have a sweet tooth, and this is my favorite time of year, the sweet potato pie and the sugar cookies and things like that. And of
Yes.
course, diabetes is a friend to many of us.
Yes. Well, it's a foe to me, but
Right. I mean,
I too suffer from that. And it takes discipline and restraint to not overindulge during the holidays because everybody's baking something, everybody's cooking something,
mhm.
and you want some of it. But you also have to remember it's going to stress you out more if your blood sugar gets out of control
Mhm.
during the holiday season.
Right. That diabetes does not take a holiday.
No, no, you have to stay on top of it every day of the year.
Right. So sometimes it's good to get some medical advice. I have just recently had a conversation with a health coach, and they're going to send me some healthy recipes. And they're going to be there for me to talk to if I need some extra coaching about that sweet tooth, because it's a real thing.
Yes, it is. It's like a craving, but it's like your brain tells you you have to have it.
Yeah.
It's almost like a drug.
Well, honestly, I've heard it said that sugar is more addictive than even nicotine. So
I believe it.
we really can't beat ourselves up. And then again, there's also moderation. We can enjoy these snacks, but in moderation.
Right. Because if you deny yourself 100%, you're going to binge and go crazy over it.
Either that or you're just going to be miserable.
Yes. So the next tip is to stay active. Exercise on a regular basis to reduce stress and boost your mood.
So are you talking about going to the gym and lifting heavy weights every day?
No, I'm not. You can stay home and you can walk in place while you're watching your favorite TV show. You can do chair exercises. You can go on YouTube and get chair exercise videos that you could actually do just sitting down. It doesn't have to be lifting weights. It doesn't have to be running laps around the gym at the Y. You know, just move your body. Or it could just be dancing. Turn on some music and just dance like no one's watching. As long as you move your body, that's the point, because that's going to boost your mood.
I think many of us have watches, smart watches now. I know mine does. That reminds me to just get up and move around. And also, some of us have those kind of jobs where as you get more sedentary or as you focus more on your work, you're sitting still more.
Yes.
I guess the people who are in the hairdressing and cosmetic field, they're on their feet all day, so they've got kind of a different problem. But in either case, you have to watch the signals that your body is giving you.
Yes, listen to your body. Okay, take breaks. Schedule time for relaxation and hobbies to de-stress.
Well, that is similar to what I said before. We have a little reminder here on my watch to get up and be active. It's also important when you're doing that sedentary type of work to take a break every once in a while, just to, well, they say every 20 minutes or so, you can work and then take a small break, and it helps you to concentrate better.
I believe that's true, and I've never tried that, but that's a very good tip. Thank you for that. The next one is set realistic goals for yourself and don't strive for perfection. Just focus on spending quality time with your loved ones rather than creating a flawless holiday.
So I do remember one Christmas where I was working at the hospital and one of the nurses just decorated everything in the whole office, and uh, it was pretty stressful. I mean, it was stressful because that person took it on herself to do everything for everybody and spent a lot of money on decorations. And afterwards, I don't think she felt really appreciated.
Oh, she felt like people just took it for granted
Yeah, and
and she put in so much effort.
yeah, and so that can be one thing. It's not realistic for everybody to appreciate all the work that you put into these things.
That's true.
So might think about it.
Some people, I think at this time of year are trying to keep up appearances. That's not necessary. Who are you trying to impress and why?
Yeah, and you talked about the budget considerations and things like that.
People throw the budget out the window and then January 1st comes and all these bills are due.
Mhm.
And then people are struggling to either buy groceries, pay the rent, pay the car note, pay the insurance, because they blew the budget all November and December. We know December's coming. Why not plan for it during the year? There are things like Christmas fund savings accounts that you can get through your bank or your credit union, where a certain amount of money can be deducted out of every check throughout the year. Then when November comes, you take that money out and you buy your gifts,
Mhm.
Or buy your Christmas dinner or whatever you need to do, instead of taking your bill money in November or December and not paying bills with it.
Now, the other thing that you can do is look realistically at what you've got
Mhm.
and make do with that.
That's true too. My bills don't disappear during the holidays. I have the same bills in November and December as I have the rest of the year. So I don't put that pressure on myself. I try to be good to my family throughout the year. My grandkids, my children, I try to do for them all throughout the year. So I don't feel bad if December 25th comes and I don't have three presents under the tree for each of the six grandkids, plus my children and my son-in-law.
Mhm.
They know I love them
Mhm.
every day throughout the year.
And really staying in contact with people probably means more than some present that you give once a year.
Absolutely, absolutely. For me, since my family moved across the country, it's daily contact. That's what gets me through, is seeing my kids, my daughter's faces every day and seeing my grandkids every day. That means more than any present I could buy them.
Or any present they could buy for you.
Right. Okay, the next tip is let go of control. Accept that things may not go as planned and be flexible. Are you good at being flexible? And
Well, planning is not a big thing with me.
it's not your strong suit.
No, and so being flexible is easy for me because I
Mhm.
take things as they come. But on the other hand, they say the opposites attract. So
Mhm.
my wife is really a big planner.
Mhm.
So sometimes I have to be flexible and do the things that she's planned.
Mhm.
And unfortunately, she has to deal with me doing things at the last minute, spur of the moment. Oh, I think of, oh, this would be fun to do. But we have to kind of moderate, some people.
I think with couples, you balance each other out, because prior to getting married, you learn about each other. So when you're married, you know what you're getting.
But then when you talk about control, then it's about compromise, right? Being able
Mm-hmm.
to accept that this may not be exactly what I want to do, but it's what the other person will enjoy.
Right. So be flexible, right?
Right.
Okay, the next tip is to limit alcohol consumption. Excessive drinking can worsen stress and anxiety. Some people say, "Oh, well, I drink to reduce stress. I drink because I've got so many problems." That doesn't fix anything.
Yeah,
The answer to your problems is not at the bottom of
of
the
the
bottle,
right.
right?
My mom said that, yeah. And the other thing is that alcohol is actually a depressant,
Yes.
which is something, people think they're drinking to be happy, but
Mhm.
it may have the opposite effect.
And to forget your problems.
Well,
But your problems are still there
right.
the whole time. It's the same, by the same token, cigarettes, they do the same thing. People say, well, I smoke because I'm so stressed. And I smoke to relieve stress, when actually you're increasing your heart rate and you're stressing your heart. You're not relaxing when you smoke.
Mhm.
You're slowly injuring yourself.
And that addiction is saying, go get me a pack of cigarettes,
Right.
whether you can afford it or
And
not.
I'm speaking as a former smoker who smoked a pack a day for 10 years.
Mhm.
It didn't solve anything, but it
Mhm.
gave me permanent lung damage.
Well, and of course, we're not just talking about alcohol and cigarettes. There are other things too that are not necessarily healthy ways to celebrate.
Well, and some people just self-medicate. Let's just keep it real. Some people, as opposed to taking medication prescribed for depression, they may use cocaine. Some people who are amped up may eventually try something like heroin. And those are extremes, but it does happen though.
Oh yeah, and marijuana is legal now, they say.
Yeah,
And so no matter what, you also want to think of the reason that you're using these substances.
right.
If you're using it to change your mood because you're having problems, um, there may be better ways to deal with that.
Yes.
We've got support groups here at NAMI.
Mm-hmm.
Just phone a friend.
Mm-hmm.
But then too, some people are lonely during the holidays too.
Well, there is a number 988 that people can call to have someone to talk to, whether they're depressed, whether they're lonely, whether they're in crisis. Dial 988. There's always someone there to talk to. And for the younger people that don't like to talk on the phone, they can text.
Right. NAMI has a support helpline as well,
Mhm.
and a text line as well.
Yes, so it's there, for the community to utilize.
Mhm.
Don't overcommit. Try not to plan too many social events too close together. Are you one that goes from party to party to party during the
Well,
holiday season?
I'd say that there's always something going on, and oftentimes I'm torn between work and work, excuse me, commitments. That's the word I was looking for,
Mm-hmm.
and family commitments. And sometimes we need to put family first, and don't forget about those people who are important in your life. And again, trying to be two places at one time is a problem.
I 100% agree. Work will always be there. But some people actually lose their family in the long run, whether it's just through abandoning them because work is more important. If someone is a workaholic, you're losing precious time with your family, and it's not worth it.
What's interesting is we have a group called FaithNet,
Mhm.
and we had recently a gathering of ministers. And I'm sure that ministers have people in their congregations who call them for support.
Mhm.
Maybe their parishioner is lonely during the holiday, but that minister's got to remember he's got a family of his own.
Right. At my particular church, there's a ministry set up where there's a group of people within the church that looks after a certain amount of people. Like they might take A through D, and then they keep up with that group of people, and then you go on down the alphabet. So the members of the congregation can call that person if they need something.
Mhm.
They don't have to concern the pastor every time they have a need.
That's what I was thinking.
There's a care team
Yeah.
to take care of the congregation, and there's always somebody to talk to.
I think there's a biblical precedent for that, isn't there?
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, it makes sense. Don't put it all on the pastor.
right,
Mhm.
because he's only one person,
Mhm.
or he or she is only one person,
Right.
and their family could be suffering
Mhm.
if the pastor overcommits, especially during the holiday.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's not his job to keep everybody company.
Right. But there's gonna be those people who are gonna say, oh, why didn't the pastor visit me? Well,
Yeah, but
you can't make everybody happy all the time.
no. Oh, the next tip is to take time to be present and stay in the moment. Is that easy for you?
Well, actually, I just wonder if you could explain what you mean by that a little bit more.
Some people, I could be sitting here, right? But my mind can be 1,000 miles away worrying about something else.
Mhm.
How about I take care of what's in front of me right now and be concerned about the other things when it's time? Now, that's not saying don't plan. That's going to the other extreme, right?
Mhm.
But enjoy the moment. Enjoy the moment.
Mhm. And it's easier to enjoy the moment if you have planned and you don't have a million things stacked up.
Right.
So it is important to uh, plan in advance.
Yes, that's wise. And it reduces stress.
Mhm.
You know, that's just like if you're a student in school and you have a project due and the teacher gives you a whole month to do it. Why wait till the night before? And then you tell your mom, oh, mom, could you go to the store and buy some poster board? And plus I'm supposed to make a volcano, mom. Oops, I forgot. No, you had a whole month. If you plan, it reduces stress,
Well,
right?
this is the good thing about the fact that you and I work together because as a person with ADHD myself, I am used to that last minute rush of focus that comes, and some people say, oh, I work better under stress, um, or I can focus better, but it's really tough on relationships, it's tough on your system,
Mhm.
and it's tough on your coworkers.
Is it really true that you're able to hyper focus and do a better job?
I
Or is
don't
that
know
just
if
an illusion?
it's not an illusion. For some people, that's how their brains work.
Mhm.
Hyperfocus is a real thing, but it's not a good way to live your life.
Okay, because you know, I'm the total opposite. I'm gonna plan, I'm gonna plan my work and then work my plan.
Mhm.
And I'm gonna be done with my project way before it's due, and then I can relax and I'm not stressed out.
Mhm. And I'm learning by watching how you work and trying to take on some of those habits, those good habits, because um, actually we can all learn from each other, I think.
Absolutely. Whether it's at work or in the home, you know, take those good qualities in your loved ones or your coworkers and apply them if you can.
Mhm.
You know, we're all here to help each other.
Yeah, and if you don't know something, ask for help.
It's not, there's no shame in asking for help. No shame at all.
Mhm.
Oh, the next and last tip is seek support if you need to. Talk to a friend, a family member, or a therapist if you're feeling overwhelmed. Remember, it's okay to feel stressed during the holiday. By using some of these tips, you can manage your stress and enjoy the holiday season. So, any final words?
Well, I think it's important to realize that there is help out there.
Mhm.
Many companies have employee assistance programs.
Mhm.
You know, we talk about uh, it's good to have a plan and it's good to save money and don't have your credit cards maxed out. But unfortunately, many people are on the other side of that, that they've already found themselves in these situations.
Mhm.
And I say they, I should say I have found myself in these situations.
You or they.
Yeah, right. And I'm not talking, I'm not talking about things that I don't have any experience in.
Mhm.
So, it's good to seek out professional help.
Mhm.
Therapists are great at listening to your problems. It's not just somebody who gets paid to listen. They don't just hand out those master's degrees and therapist certificates um, for no reason. It really helps to have somebody to talk to. Also, support groups help.
Mhm.
We have a support group that I've been a part of for many, many years, and it meets twice a week. You can find information about it on our website, which is www.naminorthernillinois.org. We have people from all over the country who come to our support groups.
Now, can NAMI help people find someone to talk to, or does NAMI have people on staff?
Well,
Can-
why don't you talk to that?
Okay, I am one of those people that people can talk to. I actually listen to people for a living. I am not a therapist. I'm not a psychiatrist. I am a peer, which means I've lived through something, and some people call it lived experience. So as having lived experience, I can relate to people's issues and problems and concerns because I might have had the exact same things happen to me previously. So NAMI has two people on staff to talk to you, to keep up with you, to check in with you, and make sure you're doing okay. And we also provide resources. And, if you need a therapist, I can help you find one. If you need a support group, I can help you find one. If you're hungry, I can show you where the pantries are. Pretty much whatever you need, I try to take care of my clients and help them to improve their mental health. And especially during the holidays, I'm there for my clients.
And everything that NAMI Northern Illinois provides is provided at no cost.
Yes, no cost. And I'm very thankful for the mental health tax passing once again, because it helps support programs like NAMI.
Right. And we are also affiliated, connected with many, many organizations throughout the area.
We have many, many community partners in the Rockford and surrounding areas. So
Right.
we're here for you.
Right. So we're a small staff, but we're connected to our whole community. And we also depend a lot on members. The
Yes.
Barbershop Project depends on people from our community to participate in the meetings, but also they help run our whole organization.
Yes.
So
at this time, I would like to thank everybody for their time and for their attention. And I would like to thank you for all of your input, Warren.
Well, I appreciate it, and I hope that people will come to our website, as I mentioned, NAMInorthernillinois.org, and take a look at our YouTube channel for other informative videos.
Thank you.
Thank you.